hope that's okay. She just jumps up all the time, and it's fine, like, sometimes, but when I have contacts in my hands and she has hair literally everywhere, like, literally, one of her hairs is literally, like, on my arm right now, like, fresh on my arm right now, don't know how, and I'm about to put a contact in my eye, no thanks. Get off me. There we go. Okay, getting rid of that. Second, clean my desk. Fucking cat hair here too now. Fresh cat hair. Fresh fucking cat hair everywhere. Love it. Epic! Dude, thank you so much for 5 months, man. I feel like you've been here for only like 2. But let me write you down, Frost, for the first person of today. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday. First person of today. Frost. Thank you so much. I have so many lid rollers as well. Oh my god, it's a joke. It is literally a joke. But today's Hot Take Tuesday. So let's get started on hot takes. Does anyone got any hot takes for me to start off with? Anyone? Hot takes? Don't worry, we'll get on to the topic of useless men. That topic will come. But I need you to help me decide which one I should try, because I'm so tired. I need to have one of these right now. Right now. Hey, what's up, man? Dragon fruit punch, pineapple cocktail, brand risk. I can't have brand risk because I don't want to put it inside my jar. So mango, meta, pineapple cocktail, or dragon fruit punch. I'm going to go with dragon fruit because I had a good run-in with dragon fruit last weekend. So I want to try some dragon fruit. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Hot take, kids under 13 should not be online. That's just a fact. That's not a hot take. That's just a fact. Kids under 13 should not be online. Okay, let's see what this tastes like. And this is going to be my honest reaction to the Gamer Supps dragon fruit flavor. I've never tried this before. This is my first time trying it, so you're going to find out. Okay, let's see what it smells like. It smells like bubblegum. Sorry, I was fixing the TikTok camera. It smells like bubblegum. I'm not really a fan of bubblegum, by the way. Okay. There's about a scoop. There's a scoop per packet. About a scoop per packet. Okay, now go put some water in. Prioritize yourself over everything else. Be the center of your own universe. As long as you don't have kids, sure. Or dependents. That's totally fine. But if you do have dependents, then that's a shit take. That's a shit take, not a hot take. But sure, yeah. As long as you don't have dependents, that's totally fine to say those things. Is it an energy drink? It's an energy supplement. So I filled it up the whole way. I put in two waters. Don't ask what my floor looks like. You will not be happy. Okay, so If this actually just goes everywhere, I will cry. I don't like gamer, personally. I used basically to carry their business until I tried Monster and it ruined gamer subs for me. Yeah, but Monster supports genocide, so I'm not really supporting a company that supports genocide. Let's see. It said shake it until it's all dissolved. There's a bit of biddies at the bottom that I'm trying to shake out. Let's fucking go! They do. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay. There's a few biddies in there, but there's nothing I'm going to do. But I love the way that it changes the color of her hair when you add whatever mix you put into it. So this is us trying the dragon fruit punch, or whatever her name was. What's her name? Dragon fruit punch. Okay, so this is us trying the dragon fruit punch. Let's go. Let's see. This better wake me up, or I'm going to be a brand risk today. I don't think it tastes like dragon fruit, but it does have a really nice, fresh, fruity kind of flavor. It's nice though. It's got kind of a little bit like a 0.5 kind of sour kind of taste, like a raspberry. If you know what I mean by like just the littlest bit of like a sour kind of feel to it, but it's refreshing. It's nice. Eight out of 10. I'd give this flavor an 8 out of 10. Dragon fruit punch. It's good. It's not bad. Oh, Bob, dude, thank you so much for the 5 subs, man. That's so nice of you. Thank you. And if anyone's interested in buying some gamer subs stuff, can someone put gamer subs into the Twitch chat, please? Okay. That might help me wake the fuck up anyway. So, yes, there's my link. There's my link for the gamer subs. Thank you, and thank you so much, Charlie. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you so much. Oh shit! I wet my page. I wonder what the theme will be for today. Oh my god, Undead, dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Genuinely, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Okay, so wait, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for dropping the subs. You're an absolute legend. Okay, first hot take of the day. Okay, this is gonna annoy a lot of people, but I think it's important to do annoying hot takes, so that people, have time to think about it. So, and, it's important to get people to think and stuff about these things. Okay, so my first question to everyone in the chat is, how many dudes are in the chat right now? Hands up. How many dudes are there in the chat right now? Hands up. How many dudes? Hand up, yo. Let's go. How many dudes are in the chat? I'm dude. You're so cute. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Let's get to 5K TikTok for an ooh. Let's go. If you want an ooh. Oh, what's up, Icelander? It's been a while. I feel like it's been a while. Hope you're having a good week, man. Acknowledge the dudes. Let's go. Okay, so this question's for the dudes, but this specifically is for the dudes that are daddies. How many daddies in the chat? My Twitch link is in my YouTube about section. How many dudes here are daddies? No, not cat daddy, not animal daddy, real baby daddy. Like you had a roaring child or have a roaring child. Where's this going? It's going somewhere, don't worry. It's going somewhere. I'm going somewhere with this. Don't worry. I got this. Okay, so for all the daddies out there, well done. And congratulations. But this question goes to you guys first. So, you probably have heard this, but I want you to think about this with an open mind. You might have heard this by now, but if you had the option of having your... how many of you are dads of little girls? Just out of curiosity again. 2 girls. Okay, we have how many here have baby girls? Up in the chat. Okay, so a lot of you are have baby girls. Okay. So my question will go a lot easier. It doesn't matter if you've it does kind of matter that you have a boy or a girl, but I'm just gonna raise the question to you guys. So the question for all the the girl dads in the chat is, would you trust a stranger, a man you don't know, or a bear with your little girl? Who are you going to trust first? Which you going to trust first? A bear or an unknown man? You have to pick. Which one are you going to choose? A bear or an unknown man with your child? You don't know the bear and you don't know the man. It's a normal bear and it's a stranger that you don't know. You don't know the bear either. Depends what bear. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Bear's at least somewhat predictable. Facts. And for all the dudes out there that have said they trust the bear over trusting the strange man, I just want you to remember that when you think about girls overreacting to not wanting to go outside at night and not wanting to do things by themselves, because you can never trust strange men in 2024, because I trust the bear before I trust a strange man at every point in life. I would trust the bear more. I know with the bear, the worst that can happen is going to tear me apart. Literally the worst. Worst that can happen. Would say bear. I'm going with the bear. Every time. In the middle of the forest. In the middle of the forest at night. Someone said to me, which would you trust in the middle of the forest at night? A bear or a strange man? A bear. Every time. Every time. Bear eats the baby 100% of the time. The strange man, statistically 3% of the time, will eat the baby. Yeah, eating the baby is the least of our problems in this situation. Like, the least of our problems. At least a baby will not have to suffer the repercussions of being eaten. Would you rather fight an orangutan wielding a sword every 6 months or 2 chickens every time you get in your car? 2 chickens. The chickens might scratch and peck me. Like, literally, my great aunt, she had her head absolutely scratched up and she had to go to the hospital for stitches on her head because she was feeding the chickens one day. And yes, I'm from the west of Ireland. We have chickens. She was feeding the chickens one day, just normal day, and one of the chickens just got seriously territorial and latched onto her hair and started scratching and pecking at her, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna take the, what's it called? I'm gonna take the 2 chickens over the crazy orangutan any day. Because no thanks. What's wrong with you today? You are absolutely being, no. You're being too much. You must settle down. Or go out and play with Nyx. She's very curious right now. But does anyone else have any more hot takes for us? That's the first hot take of the day. And if you're watching on TikTok, come and join us on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. The link is in my TikTok bio and my YouTube about section. Avocados are mid. Lies. But you know what's weird? Avocado milkshakes. That's weird. Babies being to comedy shows. Why would you take a baby to a comedy show? Wouldn't the bear treat the bear as if a bear cub rather than attacking them? I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about what bears do and like what's normal for a bear. Avocado. Yeah. In the Philippines and Indonesia, I think it's pretty common to put like avocado and condensed milk. Is it condensed milk together? And it makes this like sweet kind of smoothie. Not smoothie, milkshake. A comedian kicked out a woman from a show for bringing her baby. Is that a bad thing? Why would you bring a baby to a comedy show? That's not a place for a child. It's very odd. But that's just my opinion. The schedule is live. Plan your weekend in Rotterdam. No thanks. I'm okay. I'm not going to Rotterdam. I forgot to do a fit check. Oh my god, I forgot to do a fit check. If you want to see the fit, come and join us on Twitch. If you're watching on TikTok, I have to do a fit check. I have to do 3 fit checks. People got to start reminding me of my fit checks. I need to drink more of this. This is bringing me back from the dead. Why would you bring a baby into the woods if you want to go by that logic? No, that's a completely different situation. If you're going to bring the baby into the woods, the baby is not going to annoy anyone by screaming and roaring. If the baby is at a comedy show, yeah, there's going to be, if they start screaming and roaring, it could completely ruin the night for some people. That's 2 completely different situations. How can you compare bringing a kid to a comedy show and bringing a kid to the woods? That's just stupid, like. How can you defend the woman for bringing the child to the comedy show? And normally comedy shows are 18 plus. Because they start talking about absolutely wild stuff. Wild stuff. You're currently bleaching your hair. Be careful. Bleaching your hair is super, super dangerous. Remember to read all the instructions. I hope you're doing everything correctly and don't do it over the allotted amount of time. I bought it back. Why would you bring a baby to the woods and not the comedy show topic? Why would you bring the baby to the woods? People bring babies to the woods all the time. What's wrong with bringing a baby to the woods? Like what? People bring babies to the forest all the time. It's like the most normal place to bring a child. What? Why would you bring a bear to a comedy show? That's the next question. But seriously. Anyone got any more hot takes for us? Anyone got any good hot takes for us? Fit check. I will. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But okay. Fit check. Don't you dare steal my seat. I mean it. Don't you dare steal my seat. There'll be war. You'll be out of the room. I mean it. If you want to see the fit, come and join us on Twitch. You like the look. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, genuinely. Hot take. You can taste your tongue, and I like the way my tongue tastes. Mine tastes like gamer subs right now, so yeah, it's not bad. It doesn't taste that bad. I love all your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if anyone's new here on TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, please don't forget to drop a follow or sub. I really appreciate it. I don't even know. Don't say that. Don't say that. You know, Twitch could ban you for child endangerment. Don't say that. Can I ask a Bible question? Not as a religious standpoint, but your opinion on what the mark of the beast is. I'm just curious. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. I'm just curious. It's been a question about friends and family for 2 weeks now. I don't even know what that means. What's the mark of the beast? I feel like I've heard that before, but I've no idea where I heard that. Does someone want to help me out here? Up the cats. Not a chance. Up the banner. I just subbed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yo. It's the devil's mark. What's the devil's mark? I'm not even joking. I have no idea what this means. 666. What? Why is it called the mark of the beast? I don't get it. They say you can get the mark on your forehead or on your left hand. How can you get 666 marked on your forehead or your hand? I'm so confused. Did you know that if you look at something, you automatically know what it feels like to lick it? Doubt it. Doubt it. This is what I'm thinking. Neuralink, which is a chip in your head or a chip in your hand for purchasing items. What? Where did we go from Neuralink to the mark of the beast? What? Try what? I'm not licking random surfaces in here. That's not happening. Not even slightly. It references the future of cashless society. Guys, you are absolutely... I'm so confused right now. I am so confused right now. What are you all talking about? What do you mean cashless? What? You're not the only one that's confused. I am absolutely entirely confused. Nanotechnology, do not need implant. What do you mean? How have we gone from the mark of the beast to nanotechnology? Can someone please make the bridge, because I don't understand where you came from. People have all different sorts of ideas about what they think the mark of the beast. Wait, where's the connection? Where is the mark of the beast and nanotechnology? Where did that come from? The idea is that after the rapture, you will be required to get the mark of the beast in order to live in society. There, explained better. That still doesn't explain it at all. What do you mean by the rapture? What? That you just put in another whole fucking like dimension onto it. Where did the rapture come from? This is crazy. This is crazy. It's in the Bible. Don't try and patronize me with this Bible shite. Oh my God. I'm Catholic and this is bullshit. I'm sorry, but this is crazy bullshit. How did we get from Mark of the Beast to nanotechnology to the rapture? This is not Christian stuff. Let me just get this straight. I'm Christian. This isn't Christian stuff. This is crazy people stuff. I know, like, you know, some Christians like to say that, like, you know, it's just Christian belief. No, it's just crazy people belief. It's just that's just fucking crazy people belief. I got whiplash from how we went this way and then we went that way and then we went this way again. It's like Mark of the Beast, nanotechnology, the rapture. It's like, no, okay? Stop it. Calm down. I'm pretty sure that if people want to use their fingerprints to buy stuff in Walmart or Tesco or Dunn's or K-Market or anywhere, they can do it if they want to. I'll do it. I'll be the first person to put my hand down because I got nothing to hide. Yeah. If someone can scan my face and I can walk into K-Market in Helsinki and I can like pick up my groceries and it just takes it out of my bank account, yeah, sure, great, thank you. I actually really appreciate that. The only people that don't like this kind of stuff are the people who have something to hide. Well, technically, Christians and Catholic aren't the same. Does someone want to tell him? Does someone want to tell him? Does somebody want to tell him? Because oh my God, I think my brain just kind of fried just a little bit in the corners. Let me tell you how it works. There's Catholicism, right? Is up here. And then underneath Catholicism, there's three branches. There's three branches to Catholicism. There's Orthodox, there's Christian, or there's Catholic, and there's Protestant. Are you still with me? There's Orthodox, Catholic, and Protestant. There's three different types of being Christian. And then within that, within the Protestants decided that they didn't want to follow the strict Catholic rules. So they made their own denomination, and that was the Church of England. And then other denominations decided, you know what, actually, we don't really like Catholicism either, so we're going to make our own kind of believing in Christ. And then more denominations of Protestantism came out. And today, there I can think of, off the top of my head, there is evangelicals, Baptists, Church of England, Lutheranism. Anyone else got another denomination of Protestantism off the top of their head? They're all Protestants. They're all Protestants. Presbyterian, Methodists, Jehovah's Witness. There's Mormon. They're Protestants too. Presbyterian, Protestants. We got 9. And they're all Christians, but they are specifically Protestants. Now, did we learn something new today? Yeah, I know a lot of people in Scandinavia are Lutherans. But then again, in Finland as well, there's a lot of people that are Orthodox. And Orthodox is actually really cool. I learned a lot about Orthodox from one of my Finnish friends because I live right beside an Orthodox graveyard. And Orthodox Christianity is actually kind of cool as well. So, no, someone here told me in my chat that Christians and Catholics aren't the same thing. When they are the same thing. I promise you they are the same thing. A Catholic is a Christian, and a Catholic is a Christian, and a Protestant is a Christian. They are both the same thing. They just believe in different ideology about how the body and blood of Christ is either real or not real. And if they like gold in their church or they don't like gold in their church. If they like their churches to be really pretty or they don't care if they give a sermon in a box. Literally. That's the differences. I, on one hand, do enjoy a good bit of gold filigree and a bit of jewellery hanging off Mary's neck there. But, Protestants don't like that. Gold has a factor. Yes, gold is a factor. Money is a factor. Yeah. Protestants don't like money. That's the thing. Which is hilarious, seeing as, so many of the American Christian churches are all Protestants. And the Protestants gave up the whole thing that, you shouldn't have gold and money and stuff to be religious and stuff to be pretty. But you see how much money they take in every year? Ha ha ha. But there you go. There's the difference. Anyway, anyone got any hot takes for us? More hot takes? Will we get off the topic of old religion? Who told you U.S. is mostly Protestant? Denomination. I'm going to school you. So, what is the biggest religious denomination in the denomination in the U.S.? Hold on. Hold on to your seats there, real quick, kids. Protestantism. I'll be here all day, baby. I'll be here all day. Protestantism, 34%. Protestantism. Don't try to school me. Don't try to school me on religion. I'm quite religious. Don't try to take me on it. I promise you, it won't work. She feels smart when it's Google that had the answer. No, I was correct and I was using Google to back up my answer. People are so stupid. But if you're watching on TikTok and you're watching on or YouTube and you want to join us on Twitch, where people are actually being super nice and understanding and no one here is acting like a gombean, come and join us. The link is in my YouTube about section or TikTok bio. 34, while being the largest, is not a majority. The biggest religious domination in America is Protestantism. Done. Okay. Anyone got any more hot takes for us? Google's the devil. Anyone got any more hot takes for us? Hot takes. Get your hot takes. Do you read fan fiction? No. I'm reading Sailor Moon right now. Nope, I don't do any NSFW content of my body. If you want that, there's Cornhub. Cornhub is free, my man. Cornhub is free. Hot take, love at first sight. I don't know what you mean. All fur can be eaten without the use of cutlery. Ooh, no. I just gotta chill up my spine thinking of people just eating with their hands. Cara would make a cute kitsune. No thanks, I don't want to live that long. Here's a hot take. Living forever would not be great. Like, a kitsune lives for 1,000 years before it gets its 9 tails. But living for 900 years would actually be so horrible. Like, seriously, imagine having to live that long. No thanks. Does anyone else think that living for a super long time would be horrible? Because you'd never want to have any kind of connection to, but here's the thing. You're not able to change anyone. You're not able to change anyone. Everyone is going to pass away and their bones will be dust and you'll still be carrying on in the world. It will be horrible. You'd have to see everyone you care about pass away and get old, and it wouldn't be nice. If you were stuck being like my age, 28, forever, it'd be so sad. I wouldn't be able for it. No thanks. I wouldn't be able to make meaningful connections with anyone. Because all I'm going to think about is, if I actually like you, you're going to be gone in like, how many years? Like 50 years? I got 50 years with you tops. Man, I'm kind of out of here now. Fuck that. That doesn't sound like a good time at all. I wouldn't be able for it. And it depends. It depends what time you're coming in with 1,000 years thing. Because imagine being born in, like, for example, 1000 BC. Like, you know, like 1,000 years ago. And now you're 1,000 years old if it was today. Oh my God, you would have witnessed electricity. You would have witnessed the Dark Ages. You would have witnessed the Renaissance. You would have witnessed everything. Everything. You would have seen women being torn apart by chainsaws to give birth. You know, that's how chainsaws started, right? The first chainsaw was used during a C-section to cut a woman's womb. I'm not even joking. You Americans pronounce Renaissance wrong. It's Renaissance. I would love to live for a few thousand. Maybe one day I could be. Nah. I wouldn't like it. What time is it for you? Jeez. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Yeah, I wouldn't be here for it. Wouldn't be able for it. Not here for it. But since we're talking about history, okay. Who here is American? Hands up in the chat if you're American. Isn't the world already flat? What year did you transition? When your dad came out? We like... How many... is there any Americans here? Any Americans? Any Americans? Okay, from all the Americans here, out of all the Americans here, how many of you would consider yourself political? How many of you would consider yourself political? Okay, then I guess it won't upset you when I tell you you live in a fascist country. Do you agree or disagree? Wow, I'm actually surprised all of you agree. A fascist state is a state or government or country that the government decides the political agenda. The people don't decide any of it, and most of the tax money of the people goes into funding the military. It is fascist. Yeah. You don't get to vote for nearly anything in America. Your government doesn't ask you before they bring in things without your permission. All of your tax money, most of your tax money does go towards military and supporting growing fascism overseas. That is fascism. You have a serious problem with your police system, but your government doesn't do anything to fix it, and a lot of money goes into your police system, but it doesn't fix the problem. And a lot of people a lot of Americans are incarcerated, but nothing is done to help these people when they come out of incarceration. And they're just left there to rot. And there is serious prejudice within the incarceration system when it comes to minorities. Sounds very fascist to me. And the worst thing about like the fascist state of the United States of America right now is like you don't even get anything good out of it. Like at least the Germany in 1940, they got like, you know, a really good economy out of it, and it did turn the fascist party in power in Germany did actually turn the country around. Like, you're not even getting the good side of fascism in America, you're just getting the shitty side of it. The government is taking everything from ye and just giving nothing back. Like, Jesus. At least they got Germany out of a recession, out of the Great Depression. You're just stewing in it. So what's your point? The United States is a fascist state. I'm so impressed you even know that. That's basic school history. If you're referring to the federal government, if you're referring to the state government, also you're forgetting one massive thing that makes ultra-nationalistic individualism, which focuses on racial pride that perpetuates an ethno-state. Yeah, that's America. That is America. That is America. That is literally America. What did I just say? That there's a serious problem with incarceration in America, and it's a large amount of minorities that are inside and suffering as a result of the system. Like, what? Yes, you are an ultra-nationalistic, individualist state. Just being honest. Thank you for saying... Yeah, I'm 28. In case you were wondering. It's a private business, the prison system. And that's just the weirdest thing in the world. And also the fact that in the past, like, 30, 40 years since the prison system in America became a private business system, slavery in America has gone up. You think slavery is gone in America? No, it's not. Like, think of all the people that are in prison that are getting paid to work for these businesses. Like, does anyone have anyone here that's currently in prison right now that is being worked to the bone? I never knew that. Oh, like, seriously. Like, there's, like, Timberlands. Timberlands is one company that's most of it's being made inside prisons. What's another company that's being made within prisons? A lot of Amazon products are made within prisons. Yeah, slavery as part of the prison system is constitutionally acceptable. And that's the worst part. Like, you know, there's people in there that are in there for all the wrong reasons, that are probably in there as a result of a prejudiced system that put them in there in the first place, and now they're being treated like slaves until they're allowed to get out, if they do get out. And that brings me on to my next hot take. And my next hot take is, do you agree or disagree with me that everyone should be allowed to vote? Do you agree or disagree with me that everyone in a country should be allowed to vote? Thank you so much for the galaxy, Kieran. Thank you so much, man. Oh, winter. I prefer winter every time. I don't like summer. Like, look at this skin. Do you think I go outside? He has not been convicted, still in trial, I think. Yeah, but that's the same point. That's the same point. Like, terrible example to say, like, you know, just because someone has committed a crime that they shouldn't be allowed to be in, that they shouldn't be allowed to vote, when, like, one of the people that are going for presidency in the United States is literally on trial for, like, what is he on trial for again? You stream every day. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Thursday, and Friday. But the reason I'm streaming today is because I had car things that I had to do yesterday, so I'm streaming today instead. What do you think about the billions of dollars that have been given to Israel for like 50 years more? I think maybe... Oh, no, I don't agree with that whatsoever. I don't agree with that whatsoever. But we can't talk about that on TikTok because TikTok is owned by basically the American government. So I can't talk about Israel or Palestine. I get in big trouble for talking about it. Literally. I can't talk about it. What's the political system in Ireland? A joke! Don't talk about the political system in Ireland. It's a bit better than the political system in America because at least there's different flavors. Like, there's only 2 flavors in America, blue and red. There's a lot of different flavors, but the Irish Constitution is a joke. Don't talk to me about it right now. And our one is a lot deeper politically than the American one because, like, you get called a terrorist for supporting the one that I like. It's just ridiculous. There's just so much, like, history within the political parties in Ireland that it's so hard. But I literally told my mom that if she doesn't vote for Sinn Féin this year, she will be put into a home. She will literally be put into a home if she doesn't vote Sinn Féin. Shinners for winners. Would you ever stream without makeup and hair? If we get to 100 subs, I'll take off my wig. How about that? Does anyone else have any more hot takes for us? Let's get some hot takes, guys. If you keep putting that in the chat, I will ban you. I saw when you said it the first time. I'm not gonna... I swear to God, put it in the chat one more time. Put it in the chat one more time. Do it. Put it in the chat one more time. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Genshin. If you put it in the chat one more time, I'm banning you. I can read. My God, like, people don't think I can't read the chat. Like, literally, I can read the chat. It's you know, if I don't say something out loud, it's for a reason. Like, seriously, there's people in the chat that have gone through stuff like that. And when you just keep posting it in the chat, it's not good. Like, please do not post that kind of stuff in the chat. But as I said, give us some hot takes. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 more hot takes on my piece of paper. I do agree with that. Parents should be required to obtain a license showing that they are competent and have the means to have a child. I agree with that. Completely. Do you agree? What do you think about that, guys? Do you think that parents should have to have a license before they have children and be able to show that they're competent in order to raise it? Financially and psychologically? If they're incompetent, what happens to the child? That's a good question. We're just talking, we're very dystopian right now. So we can't go that far. Let's assume that no one has the right to reproduce until they're given the right to reproduce in this situation. Rats or possums? Possums. So what do you think? Do you think you need to take a test? You need to take a test to drive a car, but you don't need to take a test to have a child. It's just weird. Trust the government to decide how you raise your child. You kind of already do allow the government to decide how you raise your child. You do know that, right? The government decides how you raise your child. Because if you think about it, if your child isn't in school by the time they're 6 years old, you're going to have CPS knocking on your door saying, you know, we know that you have a child here that's not in the school system. They will take your child for neglect. The government literally can choose to name your child and can choose you to not be allowed to name your child certain names. look at Icelander. Icelander, how many approved names are there in Iceland for naming your child? Then the license should also apply to animals. Yeah, no, facts, literal facts. No, they can't. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. In Iceland, they literally have to tell the Icelandic government what your child's name is before you have the child. The list is expanding every month. All the names you cannot have. It's literally true. What's a name you can't use? Let's see. Icelandic children names not allowed. What are names banned in Iceland? Let's see. Let's see if there's a list. Zoe. Zoe's at the top of the list. Do you know a Zoe in Iceland, man? I'm trying to find more names, but that was the top of the list. Why Zoe? Apparently it's not compatible with the Icelandic language. I'm just telling you. This is that's how it works. I want to see the list. Lucifer is not allowed either, obviously. That seems a bit fair. Banned names in Iceland. So you got Zoe, Harriet, Duncan, Enrique, and Ludwig. That's 5 names that are banned in Iceland. Ludwig is kind of surprising. I wish there was more. I want to see the list. Other names, Ariel. You can't name your daughter Ariel, which is also kind of weird. Zelda, Ariane, Ezra, Cesar, Lucas, Luna, Archer, Harper, Lilith, Delilah, Azriel, Loki. There's a few more names that are banned in Iceland. You just can't. The government said no. If someone owns more money than the government owes for that fiscal quarter, then the government can take 10% of it to go towards debt. No? No? What? If someone owns more money than the government owes for that fiscal year, then the government can take 10% of it to go towards its debt. What? What? I'm sorry. What? No. No. Gabrielle is allowed. But it says on the list there that it isn't allowed. If you could find me the list, please, Icelander, please get me the list. If you can actually find the correct list, please find it for me. It might be just because it's probably written in Icelandic. Wait, how many people actually agree with that hot take? How many people actually agree with that? So, hot take, if someone owns more money than the government owes for that fiscal quarter, then the government can take 10% of it to go towards its debt. So let's say you have, like, let's say the government in America, for example, owes 34 trillion. 34 trillion. So no one, I think, has 34 trillion, by the way. If you have like a large amount of money that the government can just take money out of your account and say, oh, 10%, thanks. Wow, that's crazy. Do you agree or disagree? I disagree. I disagree entirely. I'm all for eat the rich, but I just feel like that's giving the government a complete cop-out to just take money off people when they want to. Does that not feel like a let's just take money off people because we can? I don't like that. Now, forget about the people being mad. Just just think about the whole part that it's giving the government way too much free power to jump into your pocket when they feel like it. It does feel wild that someone in the world has like 209 billion though. Now, that's fair to think that, you know, it's wild that someone has that money, but that doesn't give the government the right to just take 10% of it 4 times a year whenever they want to. I just feel like it would make the government continue to spend badly because they know that they have everyone else's money that they can dip into. How much are your taxes in Ireland? Ireland is known as a tax haven. That, you know, Ireland has really good tax, but I don't live in Ireland. I live in Finland, which has the highest tax in the world. It's not the fact that you're worried. You only have to worry if you're a trillionaire. It's just weird because like you're just giving them way too much power. But that's how I feel on that. Okay, I'll give you another one of my hot takes. Okay. Oh, since we were on the topic of kids, I'll go with this one. How many people here have children? Again, hands up in the chat if you got a kid. Y'all got a kid? Hands up in the chat if you got a kid. You got kids? This will be interesting. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. No, dogs don't count. Cats don't count. Gerbils don't count. Real kids. Real children. Okay, so this is a really interesting question, I think. So, out of the people here that have children, how many of you give your children allowances? This is going to be really interesting. How many of you give your children allowances? And if you don't have a kid, would you give your kid an allowance? If your kid isn't old enough, would you give them allowance though? Okay, now, why wouldn't you give your kid an allowance? Why would you not give your kid an allowance? Yeah. Yeah, earning it is, yeah, that's what, doing chores is fine for an allowance. We get her most everything she asks for. Okay. Keep going. A small one, so I spend mine on horrible things and they are similar to me. They would have to work for it. That's fine. I'm not saying that they don't have to work for it. I'm not saying that you just give kids free money. I'm saying, do you give your kids like weekly or monthly money for doing things? It doesn't matter if they get it for free. I'm asking, do you give it to them? Money. Doesn't matter how much it is. Okay. They can get it. Okay, for example, let me just take Corey there for example. They can get a job if they want money. Okay, but you know it's really hard to get jobs right now. Like even when I was a child, like underage, I was working from when I was 15 years old. I was working summers, even though I wasn't supposed to be. My mom is an artist and her paintings are always hung in like restaurants in town where I live. So I was always working all summer long. I was working as either waiting or in bars. Yes, I was underage. But I always was working during the summer. But during the school term, I couldn't work because I wasn't allowed to. No one would give me a job. But my parents, my mum, would give me €20 a week for like doing the hoovering, emptying the dishwasher, doing the laundry, ironing, just things that she didn't want to do. She would tell me like, go iron, go empty the dishwasher, go clean the clothes or something like that, and she'd give me €20 a week. And that €20, I would have to use it for everything I needed. Like if I wanted to get something at lunch during school, that would be from my €20 a week. Like if I wanted to buy a chicken roll in town, that would cost $4.50. So I would only be allowed like 4 chicken rolls a week. So that was, my choice if I wanted to buy cigarettes or if I wanted to get a chicken roll, and that's what happened. And if I wanted to save up for something, like for example, if I wanted to get a new game and a new game used to cost €60, my mom would say, tough, save your money. So yeah, I would not buy a chicken roll and I would buy rollies, if you know what rollies are, and I would be rolling, which would cost $3.50 back in the day for a pack of rollies, and the rollies would last me for a month, and it would take me about 5 weeks to buy the game I want. But that's the thing, if you can't get a job, and there's no minimum wage jobs that are available for children, because honestly, when I was a kid in 2007 until 2013, when I became legal, it was a luxury to have a job. It was a luxury for a kid, a teenager, to have a minimum wage job because there was none available. We were literally in the middle of a recession, like a really bad recession in Ireland. There wasn't even places open for us to get jobs, let alone people that were going to hire us. It's not like it was like for ye when there was, you could just walk into town with a CV and you could easily get a job. Like, it was a luxury for me to have a job. And none of my friends really had them because they were so hard to get. Only a few of my friends were lucky enough to have the contacts in their lives to be able to get the few jobs that were in my town. Because I didn't live in a big town either. I lived in a small town. It's not like I lived in New York or LA or had access to Limerick or Galway. That costs money, which, you didn't have back in the recession. So, you got a job in town or, what are you going to do? Basically nothing like. So that's what I'm saying. Kids that having a part-time job back in my time was a luxury. Having a part-time job today for kids is a luxury because there's just none available. And you are denying your child financial growth and teaching them about financial responsibility when you don't give them money or an allowance. It's okay. It's completely fine if you can't afford to, and that's a completely different story, not the story I'm talking about. But if you can afford to give your child an allowance and you're not giving them allowance, then you are not teaching your children about financial responsibility. Do you agree or disagree? Yeah, but man, you were lucky that you had someone in your family that could give you a job on a farm. Not everyone has that luxury. I had loads of friends that I didn't even count them in my head when I was thinking about the luxury of having a job. But because I live in the countryside in Ireland, a lot of my friends did have jobs working on farms, and that's how they got paid. But again, girls didn't really get jobs on farms. Even though we still give her allowance, we still have to go. Yeah. But, and another point that I'm going to make is how many people all the time say, I'm not going to make the same mistake my parents made. How many people here always say they're not going to make the same mistake my parents made raising me, and I'm not going to raise my kids the way my parents raised me. My parents aren't, but they did a lot of don't make the same mistakes. But when a lot of people out here are saying that they're not going to make the same mistakes my parents did when they raised me, and then I see a lot of people in the comment section turning around and saying, I didn't get an allowance, so why would I give my kids an allowance? Okay, so your parents failed to teach you financial responsibility, so now you're also failing to teach your kids financial responsibility. Also, like, because you suffered, now you want your kids to suffer as well. Kind of sounds like the same thing that your parents probably said. I didn't have it, so you're not getting it either. I didn't have it, so why should you get it? I didn't have it, you'll be fine without it too. Like, why, if you have the opportunity to make your child's life better, why are you choosing not to? That's also what kind of, like, mind boggles me entirely, like. Because you have the opportunity to make your child's life better than what you had, but you're deciding not to because you didn't get that opportunity? It's so grim. It's so kind of like icky. No, it was just when I grew up and never did anything to earn it. Yeah, you can have your kids earn the things they get, but just deciding they don't get it because you didn't get it is just ick. And another point I'm going to make, which probably a lot of people might not agree with me as well, is I think in 2024 that the people that decide not to have kids, like, you know, the people like me who say, nah, I'm not going to have kids right now because it's not financially responsible, or I don't feel like emotionally mature enough to have kids, or, like, you know, people like me who, like, you know, they're opting out of having kids right now because it's just not a good idea. I think we'd make the best parents. I think the people that decide not to have kids are the people who would actually make the best parents. Moi moi. Because we're already making a responsible decision. So why do you think our responsible decisions would stop? Why do you think that is? Because I'm already making a responsible decision to not have kids. So I think I would make responsible decisions when having children. Because I'm emotionally mature enough to know that I don't want to have kids right now. And the people that are emotionally mature enough to realize that having kids right now is not a good idea for them, they're probably the most mature people to have children. Because we understand that, you know, having kids is hard, and having kids is a major life responsibility, and it's expensive. And I don't want to have a child if I can't afford to have a child. And I don't want to bring a child into this world if they're not going to be able to receive a good life or a higher standard of living than I had. So that's another one of my hot takes. Has anyone got any more hot takes for me? If you can't properly take care of an animal, you shouldn't be having a kid. That's also true. Or another one, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. Just because you can reproduce doesn't mean that you should reproduce. Yeah, I can go out and unalive someone, doesn't mean I should do it. Same way as I can have a child, doesn't mean I should. You going to TwitchCon? Nope. I am poor with a capital P and a full stop. I'm so poor. No way in God's good earth could I afford TwitchCon. That shit's expensive, man. That shit's super expensive. If you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. The link is in my TikTok bio. If we get 30 more people to join us, I'll do a fit check. Is this your full-time job? Yep. My fiance and I have that same mindset, and as much as I'd love to be a dad, I don't want to risk passing on depression or any other issues like that. Good idea. Good idea. Did you end up going to Estonia? Not yet. Hopefully going on Saturday. Hopefully on Saturday. So I'm 24 and my friend got with ex-boyfriend. As soon as she moved on, she got again. So I agree with you. Thanks. Yikes. Howdy. Does anyone else got any more hot takes for me? Hot takes? Is it time for another one? Is it time for another flavor? Oh, trans people in sports. That's a conversation that no one's gonna want to have. But so that's a conversation that no one's gonna want to have. But it depends on the sport. One, because it doesn't matter when it comes to chess, for example, and chess is considered a sport. But when you're talking about like UFC and fighting sports, I do believe that a lot of things have to come into account, and that, for example, okay, let's just have this conversation. And I'm not going to look at the screen until after I've made my points. Okay, so yes and no. Trans people in sports, yes and no. Yes, when it comes to non-contact sports, like chess, but when it comes to UFC karate, boxing, and full contact sports, there has to be a certain amount of time, and everything has to be taken into account from when the person transitioned. Let's say, for example, a 30-year-old UFC fighter who is a man then decides to transition to be a female, and their body mass is 170 pounds, let's say. So, and if they want to compete in UFC continuously, they will not be allowed to compete. In my opinion, they shouldn't be allowed to compete in competitive UFC until their testosterone levels have reached the same category that is allowed for women's UFC, and their weight is down to the correct level as well, and that the pitch is leveled in every important regard before they're allowed into a arena with a cisgendered UFC fighter, female UFC fighter. The same applies to swimming and other sports. What do you think? I couldn't look up. I was talking. Do you agree or disagree on that? I think they shouldn't be allowed to be in contact sports or any sports competing with anyone else until the pitch has been leveled. I disagree with that. I disagree with someone saying that trans women have longer limbs or taller and have higher bone density as well. That's why I said that the pitch has to be leveled. Like, if you have an unfair advantage over other people as a result of your previous X, Y, or XX chromosomes, that you shouldn't be allowed to compete. I.e. swimming. Swimming is a good example, because let's take, for example, Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is made weird. And it's been talked about in the swimming world and the athletic world that he is actually proportioned crazy. Like, his arm span is enough that if he was a bird, he'd be able to fly. That's how long his arms are. And he is incredibly tall. And if he then decided to transition to be a woman, he already has a seriously unfair advantage over the other women who don't have the same body mass that he has as a result of being born a man, and therefore should not be allowed to compete in women's swimming if he was to change his gender. That's a variable. What do you think? Because that's an extreme variable, though. And the same goes for contact sport and any other kind of sport. And if anyone here is transphobic in the chat, you will be banned. If I see anyone in the chat on Twitch, on YouTube, on TikTok being any way rude in any way, And I mean you, Captain Spaulding, saying as soon as I see a trans woman in sports, I already know who's winning. Do that again, and you are banned. Don't be rude in my chat. I mean it. I want an apology, or get out. You can have a discussion without saying silly things. But still a very good example why this is a serious issue that needs it. These are, and e-boys. This is an e-boy. And you can pay 3 buffs, which equals $1 a game. I don't know how long a game lasts in Valorant. Is it like 10, 15 minutes? So if you want to play a game with her, you have to play 3 buffs. And that equates to a dollar. So that's where the term e-girl and e-boy came from. It's people that you can play games with on ePal. There you go. Where'd you get your wigs? Oh, this wig is so old. This wig is so old. I can't even remember where I got it. It's just people that you can... It's just like, you know, finding someone that you want to play with. No, e-girl and e-boy is not an insult. People just don't understand where the word came from. Is the problem. But yeah, where I get my contacts from. If you come and join us on Twitch, I will drop it in the Twitch chat. Trying to get more people to come and join us on Twitch. It's like a pen pal for gaming. Yeah, basically. The more you know. Because I can't talk about the apartheid state or Palestine. Because I'm also live on TikTok, and when I talk about the apartheid state or Palestine, I get in trouble on live. I've said it a few times, but by saying the apartheid state, I think you understand where my political ideologies lie. I'm also Irish, by the way, so that should all. If you know anything about Irish history, then you know you should then know where I stand in the apartheid state. So if you see anyone in the chat on YouTube asking about the apartheid state or Palestine, can someone just answer the question for me? That'll be great. So yeah. Anyone got any more hot takes for us? I also have another take when it comes to like family rated stuff, but I'd rather have like, you know, other people's opinion on it too. Anyone else got any more hot takes? Hey, what's up, Captain? I'm here late today, so like, I'm like, why are you here so early? And they're like, no, I'm here late. What's the topic? Just looking for hot takes. If anyone has any hot takes for me, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hot takes for the chat. Did you see the message regarding the last vote? Would you... Yeah, I already said... Wait, what? Would you allow... I don't get to allow anything, by the way. I'm going to give another hot take because it was just wild. Okay, this might be considered controversial, but I'll lead in with something to make it a bit easier for people to understand where I'm coming from. So, how many people here are in a relationship? Hands up in the chat. How many people here are in a relationship? How many people here are in a relationship? Married? Poly? As long as it's not with your dog. Okay, you think about that for a second, and I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick because I'm dying for a wee. You got more water? Because I want to try another Gamer Subs. 1 second, I'm going to empty this out. Okay, time for a new flavor. Okay. So I tried the dragon fruit punch. So what should I try now? So I've got mango and I don't really like mango, so I'm gonna go for the pineapple cocktail. Cosplay's a hobby. I wouldn't call it a style. Pineapple cocktail. Let's see what this smells like. That definitely smells like pineapple. That definitely smells like pineapple. It's very yellow. You can see it becoming airborne. Okay, so for all the people here that are in a relationship, okay. This is just my opinion. And remember, this is just my opinion. It doesn't matter what I think at the end of the day. It's just if you're happy and, you know, XYZ. How many people here think that that physical attraction is important in a relationship? Hands up if you think that physical attraction is important in a relationship. Yeah, I am weak. I take estrogen every single day. Estrogen makes you weak. Which I actually didn't find out that till recently. Thank you. Four servings a day. Maximum of 2 of these sample sachets per day. So I'm still tired. I love the color though. It makes a really cool color, in fairness. Why is it a loaded question? Why do you think it's a loaded question? It's not a loaded question at all. I'm asking you, do you think that physical attraction is important in a relationship? That's not a loaded question at all. That's a question. And John, if you keep spamming the chat over on YouTube, you will be, you will be banned. I would give this a 6 out of 10. I don't really like pineapple, but it does give you the kind of feeling that you get when you eat pineapple on your tongue. It's the personality that's important. Yeah, personality is 50%. I think physical attraction is the other 50%. Okay, so I think it is an important part of relationship. Is there a timeout feature on YouTube? There is. But my hot take is I don't think it's okay for people to have a glow down in a relationship. Do you agree or disagree? What's a glow down? You know, when people decide, like, you know, I'm in a relationship now, so I'm just going to get comfortable and I'm not going to worry about, you know, what I wear anymore. I'm not going to worry about what I eat anymore. I'm just going to be happy and, you know, fuck it. I don't have to care anymore because I have, I'm married or I have a boyfriend and I'm going to stop trying. If you're going through something, that's completely different. That's not a glow down. That's like, you know, you're going through something. People change their appearance and they'll have to deal with the consequence if their partner finds them less attractive. People can change their appearance, but they will have to deal with the consequences if their partner finds them less attractive. Thank you. Thank you kindly. That is so important. I'm more worried about continuous emotional maturity than anything. Like, I think that's like you had the nail on the head with that one, because, like, you know, you can totally change your appearance and you can totally, like, you know, stop trying if you want to, but if your partner becomes, you know, less attracted to you and isn't really interested in the relationship anymore, the consequences of my actions. Oh no, the consequences of my actions. That's why I said that, like, you know, it's 50% personality and it's 50% physical attraction. And if they lose the physical attraction and they don't want to be with you anymore, then, like, you know, kind of womp womp, really. Because I have a few friends like this currently, and they're kind of being very selfish, and they're like, you know, oh, my partner should love me no matter how I look or no matter how I want to look. It's like, no, that's wrong. That's seriously manipulative and controlling to think that. Like, if they're not physically attracted to your choices, then they don't have to be with you anymore. And you shouldn't make them feel bad for that. I'm just saying. Like, I don't want anyone here to feel bad for if they are no longer attracted to their partner because of a choice that they've made. Just remember that. If you decide that, then that's totally fine. But if they don't want to anymore, that's completely fine too. Like, I had an ex that dumped me because I shaved my head. I didn't really have a choice though. Like, I had long blue hair, kind of like, it was like down to here, my hair. It was long and blue, and I had to either one, dye my whole hair black, or two, cut it off. And I went with a pixie cut because I didn't want to dye my hair black because it would destroy my hair. I'd rather just have my hair grow out again. And I had short hair before, so I knew it suited me. And I remember getting into the car that day. I was like 18 at the time, and his dad picked me up when he was going to bring them back to his dad's place because they lived outside of town. And his dad was like, "Oh my God, your hair looks amazing." And his brothers were in the car too, his big brothers. His brothers are 4 years older than them, so his brothers were 24, and they're twins, and they were like, "Oh my God, your hair does look very nice. It looks really cool." And because my hair had like little blue tips, like it looked like frosted tips in my hair, but they were blue, and my hair was brown underneath it. And he didn't talk to me, absolute silent treatment the whole way back. And then we broke up like 2 weeks later after being together for 3 years, and he told me that he just didn't want a girl with short hair, and he would have preferred if I dyed my hair black. That's his choice though. No, I don't. I'm okay. I'm okay. I think that's completely fine. That's completely fine. That it was fine. He just wasn't attracted to me anymore because my choice to cut my hair, and that's completely fine. Like, it's weird, but it's fine. It wouldn't bother me if someone shaved their hair. It wouldn't bother me at all. But for some people, it could be a deal breaker. And that's just, that's just them. That's just their choices. And just don't go out with those people. But I'm not going to be like, being like, oh wow about it. It's BS and lacks integrity. I don't think it's bullshit. But that's like saying that, like, if, like, you've been with someone for like 5 years, and that they've been a gym person for 5 years, and they've been in the gym every week, and they're working super hard, and then out of nowhere, they just decide, I'm not going to the gym anymore, I'm not eating healthy anymore, I'm going to completely change everything about myself, and then they start to, like, physically change as well as mentally change. Like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, they were attracted to your mentality and how you physically looked when you went to the gym, so why should they still be attracted to you if you change your mentality and your physical look when you stop going and look after yourself? No, that is not considered a glow down. That is not considered a glow down. But just putting that into perspective. Just putting that into perspective. That was just a thought I had because I saw a TikTok today about a girl who was with the guy for like many years, and they were gym rats together, and they lived in the gym, and then out of nowhere he just decided, I'm not going to the gym anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I would rather just spend my life enjoying my life and not worrying about like my physique and not worrying about the food I eat. So like overnight he stopped like eating healthy, and he stopped like going to the gym, and he just started like, you know, playing loads of video games with his friends and eating like pizza and takeout and stuff, and he didn't want to go to the gym anymore, and she dumped him. That was her choice. Do you think she's a bad person for dumping him? Yeah, it's a lifestyle conflict. That is depression. No, it's not. People can change. Usually men go to the gym to fight. They use it as a source of penance or therapy. No, that's generalizing. Good on him for doing what makes him happy, and good on her for not staying with someone who does make her happy. Like, oh my god, I love you. You're great. You're great. You're coming in with all the nails on the head today, man. Look at you go. Maybe he was only going to the gym because that's what she wanted to do. Maybe he never had really been into it. Maybe. But as Zekdefin said, good on him for doing what makes him happy, and good on her for not staying with someone who doesn't make her happy. Hot take, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast was the hottest character. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Oh, geez, that's very nice of you, man. That's like meeting someone through a hobby and dating for the alignment of the hobby. You're only dating them because they go to the gym. Is that what you mean? Correction, Tarzan. Stop! Tarzan 100% was HIV positive. Tarzan was 100% HIV positive. Let's have that talk. You wouldn't want to go near Tarzan with a 10-foot pole. Yes, because how do you get HIV? Kissing? Kissing monkeys. Facts. He's still carrying the bubonic. Ooh. Yeah, Tarzan was dirty. He was a dirty boy. He was like, that's why Turk was so annoyed with him all the time, because Turk was his number one before Jane came along. And we know it. Don't even think about telling me otherwise. Woo! I heard a theory there the other day that Shrek had like internalized racism, and he actually didn't love Fiona. That was a take I heard the other day. So hear me out on this one. Yeah. He never loved Fiona. He only loved her because she was a white girl. Because I heard it on TikTok the other day, because the only time that he really cared about her was when she was a human, and the energy that he had with her in the first movie was completely different than the energy of the second movie and the third movie. And he had serious internalized issues on being an ogre, and that's why he went for her in the first place. and he was attracted to her physique in the first movie. In the second movie, he was the one that wanted to stay human. She wanted to turn back into an ogre. He was happy to stay as a human with her because he liked all the attention he got when he was a human, because now he was attractive and people liked him and people could approach him. In the third movie, when he found out she was pregnant, he was not happy at all when he found out that she was pregnant, because he did not want to have ogre children. That was what he said. He did not want ogre children. In the fourth movie, when he had his 3 babies and had everything that, was in the stereotypical, nuclear family thing. He had a house, he had land, he had a wife, he had kids, he had everything he wanted. He gave it all up. He didn't want it anymore. Just saying. He didn't like Fiona except when she was human. Just saying. Oh, Donkey didn't care. He was just happy that someone wanted to bang him. I don't like Shrek. I never liked Shrek. I thought Shrek was always weird. I thought he was always a really, really... I didn't like him. I always thought he was a horrible character, and I didn't understand why everyone was so like, oh, this is the best movie ever, and everyone was so excited. I love Shadow Hal. Oh my god, that's one of my favorite movies. I literally love that movie so much. I just banned someone over on YouTube, and I say this sometimes, but I want to make this clear. I just banned this person over on YouTube after I warned them about spamming, and they've been spamming the chat the whole day. And they've been dropping, like, every now and again, they've been dropping like $5 throughout the stream. I think they've dropped like $25, $30 this stream alone. I don't care how much you contribute to the stream. If you break the rules, you're out of here. I just want everyone to remember that. It doesn't matter how much you contribute to the stream. If you break the rules, you're gone. And what are the rules? Don't spam! Don't spam and don't be an asshole. 2 really easy rules. Don't spam and don't be an asshole. Easy. I think, anyway. Do you think someone should date someone with the same interests as them? Why not? Why wouldn't you date someone with the same interests as you? What's your favorite salad dressing? Caesar. Caesar. I like Caesar. But that was another. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have 4 hot takes. Do you like my hot takes today? And Paladin, dude, thank you so much. Oh my god, Brian, dude, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the subs, man. Are we ever gonna get to the Daphne? We need like 96 subs to get the Scene Girl Daphne. Are we ever going to get there? Thank you so much for the subs, man. What's the NSFW anime picture going to be today? It has to be on theme. Hmm. 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 What's the picture gonna be today? Do people eat horse in Ireland? Not that often. Oh my god. Oh my god. It should be ogre themed. Oh my god, it should be ogre themed. Yes. NSFW ogre. Yes, I will try. I will try my best. I will try my best. I will try my best. I will try my best to make the NSFW anime picture today ogre themed. It's going to be interesting. Do you take requests on pictures? Not really. Not really, unless I can't think of something. Like someone just, like the fallen angel just said Shrek, and I'm like, yes, let's go. And then Luke Baggins is coming in hot with those 5 subs. He's like, give me that ogre themed one, please. Did you like the cow themed one from Monday, man? give me them ogres now. Oh no. Let's go. I didn't see Monday. The only people that subbed got Monday. You need to go to church. No, but seriously, if people saw the shit that I send people. Oh man. Oh no. I swear to God, I'm actually crying. I'm actually crying. Thank you so much, Richard and Juice. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. For real though, if normal people saw the NSFW pictures that I send to this chat, like they would be like, what the fuck? What? Where do you, like, I always show them to Ferry because I love his reactions. He's always like, where do you come up with this shit? Where do you come up with this shit? And I'm just like, anime, man. Anime. I look at a lot of hentai. Woo! My eyes are gonna pop out. Let's go! Let's go! Oh man. Where do you think you got those tentacles from? Do you like spicy food? I did the 1 chip challenge with my dad. I like spicy food, but I also have stomach problems, so I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't like to go to the hospital. How do we get the NSFW pictures? Anyone that sends 5 subs or more on Twitch gets one. If you send 50 subs, you get 5. It's not the Church of Claddagh, it's the cult of Uwu. It's a cult. Don't forget it. Don't forget, it's a cult. What's my favorite anime? By far, Naruto. I love Naruto. It's caught between Naruto, Nana, and... yeah, Naruto and Nana. It's definitely caught between Naruto and Nana. I love Nana so much. But, okay. Anyone got any more hot takes? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. No more hot takes? Anyone got any more hot takes for us? Ah, Lauren, thank you so much. And if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, come and join us on Twitch, guys. The link is in my TikTok bio. I would greatly appreciate the support. How do you get it? It's for people that send 5 subs or more on Twitch. It's my way of saying thank you. Do do do. 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 Now I have Nana stuck in my head. Got Trap Nest stuck in my head now. Hey, thank you so much for subscribing on TikTok, yo. I appreciate it. There shouldn't be a statute of limitation on certain crimes. What does that mean? Preview. No. Anyone in the chat want to tell this person how wild the pictures are? Does anyone want to, like, you know, give a oral example of a preview? Crazy. They're definitely something. I can't unsee things. I can't unsee things. Ha ha ha. Clara has a filthy mind. Just think about gluttony. Just remember gluttony if you saw gluttony. How do you feel about the US banning TikTok? I don't care. Doesn't affect me. I say good. I'm glad. I'd only be glad if the US banned TikTok, because then people would come and join us on YouTube. No skin off my teeth. Or the first cow one. I used to be I think I've gotten way better at them. What's in the bottle? It's from Gamer Subs. It's pineapple cocktail. It's really good. It's not an alcohol. It's a what's called it. It's an energy supplement. Statute of limitation means that you can't prosecute someone over charges after 10 years. Really? That's wild. As for your pictures, I'm glad I have a 4K monitor. Oh my god, you actually make them your monitor pictures? Oh, jeez. My hot take is this. Keeping kids who are in a... Ooh, that's wild. SP... Dude, thank you so much. Crazy. I'm going to call you Crazy because I don't know how to pronounce that. Thank you so much, Crazy. Don't forget to message me on Discord, yo. The only way I can send the pictures is on Discord. Wait. So, my hot take is keeping kids who are in a permanently vegetative state alive is selfish and unfair to them, and parents only want to feed their ego first. Now, that's wild. That's wild. What do you guys think about that? People, parents that keep kids in permanently vegetative state alive is selfish and unfair to the kids. What do you think? What do you think? You can have an opinion. It's fine. I also agree. It's not fair. I think it's I also think it's cruel. I think it's cruel as well, because if the child can't recover and the child has no quality of life outside, like if they can't do anything, like they can't talk, they can't walk, they can't clean themselves, they can't go to the bathroom by themselves without a carer, then is it fair? Really? Like, seriously? Is that fair? Thank you so much, Brian. I hope you have a great day in work, man. Yeah, no, I believe in the Mercy K too. pulling the cord faster than how I ripped the cord from my Beyblade. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it over there! Stop it! Bolt! Oh my god! That was wild! Jesus! Settle down! Oh my god. I think if the child has to live on monitors to stay alive, then please let them go. However, the child can and does survive without any machines. The parents really don't have a choice. But we're talking about in the situation that if the child needs a parent or guardian to do all of the basic things to survive, then what's the point if the child has no quality of life? I don't think it's fair either. I think it's like having a doll in that because if the child can't talk, if the child can't eat, if the child can't walk, if the child can't wash themselves or, you know, go to the bathroom by themselves without care, that's a doll. That's a doll that can breathe. And it's not fair to the child. Nah, that's okay, man. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, Paladin. Don't worry about that, man. It means he's not alive, but he what? Hey, thank you so much, yo. What do you guys think? I think it's not fair. I think it is cruel. Because, like, it's not cool. In some places, the doctors advocate on behalf of the children and take the parents to court in order to have them taken off life support because there is no hope for the child. Yeah, should be just given, like, parents should be given food stamps or school stamps or stuff that they need for children. Parents should not be given the money because I swear to God, I worked in a salon for years. What was the busiest day of the month? What was the busiest day of the month? Guess. Child support day. Child support day. It was always the busiest day of the month. Because people would be using their child support to get their hair done, to get their nails done, to get their makeup done. And it made me so angry all the time. Oh, it really got under my skin. They shouldn't be allowed to. They shouldn't be allowed to. Because it's just completely unfair that parents are using this money that's supposed to go to children and they use it on themselves. And then you hear stuff like, you know, I have to look after them, I deserve something too. It's just like, that was your choice. You decided to have these children. Like, that money is their money, not your money, to spend on your hair and your nails and your makeup. I wouldn't talk to those women. I wouldn't even talk to them. I do their nails as quick as possible and I get them out of there as fast as possible because I don't want to hear about it. They're like, oh yeah, it's great to see you, girl. And I'm just like, sit down. If you can't afford it without the child support, then you can't afford it, period. Facts. Literal facts. It drives me mad. And it's always like, and you always see like the kids that have the child. This is what annoys me as well, because a lot of my friends in school were on their parents were on child support. But then you hear stuff like, you know, when it comes to like school uniforms, they've been wearing the same school uniform for like 5 years. And it's just like, yeah, you literally get like, you know, €200 a month for my child support. You could afford to get me a school uniform in September. Like, but they don't. Like, that's what the child support money is for. To get them school uniforms. To buy them books. To get them, you know, stuff for lunch. And I used to always say that to my mom. I'd be like, you know, yeah, what about my child support money? Why can't you give me allowance when the government is literally giving you money for my allowance? I love how parents would have nothing to say after that, though. You only get $70 for a child. We were talking about parents shouldn't. $200 is not much to raise a child on. They don't have a child. Then don't have one. Okay, wait. BRB. I've been drinking so much of that gamer sub stuff. I need to go pee again. BRB. Back. What are you doing? I was paying $375 a week on 3 kids. Paying $375 a week? Pay? I just washed them. I just washed them. Literally just washed them. They're still wet. I paid. Wow. That's a lot. Just for one kid. For one kid. $13,000 every 2 weeks. That's crazy. Whoa. That's crazy. I can't even get over that. That is wild. I didn't know you could get away with that. What? Yeah, but that's a lot. But does anyone else have any more hot takes for us? Hot takes? Hot take Tuesday? Get them while they hot. Hot take Wednesday, sorry. I keep forgetting it's not Tuesday. Not wearing lipstick. I have pink eyeshadow on my lips though. Close up of my contacts. Hot take Wednesday. Hot take Wednesday. That's it. That's it. Unless you guys want to play some Elden Ring. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to do more hot takes? Oh God. Do you want to do more hot takes, or do you want to do Elden? Or do you want to play Elden Ring? Can we get a poll, please, if that's okay, Captain? It's all based on income. That's wild. Please vote in the Twitch chat what you guys want to do. I still have 1, 2, 3 hot takes. 3 hot takes left. Yeah, please vote. Please vote if you're watching. What is Elden Ring? Yeah, by the way, Eloise, what age are you? I don't remember you answering the question. She's 19. Okay, that's fine. You got me back into wanting to play Elden Ring. What's your build? What's your build? Just out of curiosity. Dexterity, strength. Interesting. What character did you pick? Bigger. Okay. A samurai. Oh man, I'm so jealous. When's the next time you're playing? Live? I'm gonna come in. Who's winning in the chat? Any government support the person should have to take agree or disagree. Any government support the person should have to take a drug test. Agree or disagree. Alcohol is a drug. Agree or disagree. Who's spamming the chat? You don't think people should need a drug test for government support? I don't know. It's not something I ever thought about, honestly. Agree. Mind-altering substance are drugs, full stop. Yeah. Addicts shouldn't be homeless. No one should be homeless. Period. Except maybe the grapists. They should be homeless. Homelessness shouldn't be illegal. God bless America. Making homelessness illegal. Like, what are they going to do? Throw you in prison and put a roof over your head? Oh no! What I wanted! Hot takes wins. Wow. Okay, I still got 3 more hot takes, and then we'll play some Elden Ring. Because I want to play Elden Ring. I actually want to play Elden Ring because I want to get to Godric. I've seen too many parents get custody and use child support on drugs and alcohol. Same. So I think, yeah, it should be done more often. I completely agree with you. Ooh, here's a hot take. Is anyone here a fan of TX2? Is anyone here a fan of TX2? Yes, no, maybe? TX2 fans? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, no, maybe? TX2? So if you didn't know who TX2 is this influencer musician. I'm not even going to call him a metal or anything like that musician. He's an influencer rock musician, and he recently came out with a song where he told someone who listens to his music to unalive themselves in the middle of his song. So do you think if someone tells someone else to unalive themselves and the person unalives themselves, Do you think that person should face criminal charges? I think they should face criminal charges. Because, one, you are putting someone on blast in the middle of your song and telling them to unalive themselves. If they unalive themselves as a result of your actions. No, he did mean it like that. He did mean it like that. He did. He put it in there to put that person on blast. He literally said, do it. It's in the song. I think they should be charged with, manslaughter. 100%. Accessory to murder, manslaughter. I think both of them would be liable charges if the person actually did end up taking their life. And he's a terrible person. He's a terrible person. Like, he's extremely manipulative. And the things he says on his page are just incredibly just wild. I don't know. One person that I think shouldn't have a platform. No freedom of speech allows it. If you infringe on this, it opens the door to more sentences sending people to prison. Yeah, I also think that's totally fine. It has a correlation with encouragement to the level of manslaughter would be the lowest level, may not result in any imprisonment. Still though, getting him a charge would keep him from coming to like the UK to do festivals. So I would only be more than delighted for that. Did he actually say the other person's name? No, he used a clip of their TikTok where they said that they'd rather unalive themselves than listen to something that they created. And he's clipped that, put it in his song, and told them to do it. Just look up TX2, as in TX2. You can't shout in a movie theater. Freedom of speech does not protect call to action like threats or telling someone to unalive themselves. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I never actually thought about that. There isn't really freedom of speech in America. Didn't even think about that till just there. You can't scream bomb in LAX. You can, but you will get arrested. So, is it really freedom of speech? Never. That's going to be my argument from now on. There is no freedom of speech in America. Because you can't scream bomb in LAX without being arrested. Why not? You will be arrested. That's a good one though. That's a good one. But I'm definitely using that from now on. Okay, so speaking of America, they call it a terrorist threat. Still, it's freedom of speech to be able to shout it. So I have another point for Americans. So I have seen a lot of American men and women who work in the beauty industry say that the beauty industry is starting to fail in America because less people are going to hair salons, less people are going to nail salons, less people are going to makeup artists, less people are going to get their eyelashes done. And the beauty industry is starting to become a ghost town in the States. And a lot of the people who work in the beauty industry are like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Support your local hairdressers, support your local beauticians. So the reason I think, is because they expect so much and give the bare minimum. Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree? I just think, like, I see so many girls on, like, how long do your streams normally last? Like 5-6 hours? I've seen so many girls on TikTok who are American girls that live in LA, and they say, like, if they want to get their hair done and highlights done, it's $4,000. $4,000 to get a balayage with highlights, when they can fly to Turkey and get a balayage done in Turkey, and it would cost them not even a quarter of the price to get the flights from LAX to Istanbul, get their hair completely redone, and it being absolutely beautiful, and also getting a free trip at the same time for not even a quarter of the price of getting their hair done in LA. But, like, seriously, it's incredible. Like, how much do you pay for a set of nails in America? Like, if there's any nail girls here, no nails. If there's any nail girls here in the chat, how much would you pay for a set of, like, you know, gel nails or acrylic nails? I've seen prices $120 to $150. That's ridiculous. 100 plus, 150. Come on, lads. If you have any girlies in your life that are getting their nails done, how much are they paying for their nails? I have a friend that gets her nails done in LA, and she pays $750 for her nails. These are wild nails, though. Why do it? It's a luxury. You want to feel nice about yourself, you get your nails done. The most expensive I've seen in Ireland is €60. So that's like $65. That's the most expensive I've seen in Ireland. Standard is like 35. I used to be a nail technician. I would never charge anyone more than 60 to get their nails done. Gels, or doesn't matter what. I'm not charging more than 60. My ex went in to get her nails done. She said most girl and then argue about the price, and they be the savage stores when the... What? I can't understand what you're trying to say, man. The most I've spent on nails extensions for 65. Literally. The most I've spent ever on my nails was 60. And even the nail salon that I've looked into in Helsinki, like, they do, like, really cool, like, gyaru Japanese kind of nails, and they charge €65 for, like, a 3-hour job. But, like, that's kind of like the standard here. You're not going to be paying extortionate prices for, like, hair and nails. And, like, the most I've ever seen was Dublin charges for a balayage was $150, and I thought that was absolutely crazy. When where I'm from on the west coast of Ireland, for a balayage you'd be paying 100 tops, and the starting price for a balayage in Dunshaughlin in where's Dunshaughlin again? Meath? Yeah, Meath, which is close to Dublin. You were paying like starting price 160, like, which is wild. But yeah, I can't get over it. Town Bar charged 25 to baby Guinnesses, and that's absolutely wild as well. But I think that's why the beauty industry is getting empty, because they're expecting so much for the bare minimum. Decent nails like 150 I'm in Washington near Seattle, and that's absolutely wild that you're paying that money. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, or come and join us on Twitch, the link is in my TikTok bio and YouTube about section. Indiana. Alright, is that like... I have no idea where Indiana is. Hey, thank you so much for joining us on Twitch, yo. A lot of places that charge for the color on top of base coats. For even one of the cheapest here, where I live, would cost me like $350 minimum. My hair is insanely thick and very long, so it takes me like 6 boxes. As for nails, I just do it at home myself. Let my girlfriend do it, or let one of my cousins do it. And I'd say you're not the only girl that's like, you know, started doing that, because like it's much cheaper to just buy the nails yourself, to buy the extensions and to buy the nail kit, to do it at home yourself, because a good nail kit on Amazon would cost like €200, and if you're paying 350 minimum, then yeah, you're already saving your money by just buying the gel set yourself and learning how to do gels. And that's what's happening. Anyway, I'm not... Wait, who here is talking? Who here is being rude in the YouTube chat? Harry, tell me who here is being rude to you. Give me a name. I'll kick him. And you're more than welcome to come and join us on Twitch, man. I promise you, it's 10 times better over on Twitch. No one's going to be rude to you. Drugs are cheaper than nails, no joke. Jesus. Does anyone else have any more hot takes for us? Come on. Come on. Give us your hot takes. I got 2 more hot takes left. So if anyone else got any more for us... Here's a hot take. Do you think that language resources should be free? Here's Ferry. I'll ask Ferry the question as well. What's a hot take exactly? It's a controversial opinion. You have Instagram? I do. It's linked in my bio. Define language resources. Like language resources. Like, if you live in a foreign country, should you be able to get classes in that language for free? Women's health products should also be free. Hey, Ferry!
Yeah?
I got a hot take for you. That's called a library. Some libraries aren't free. But I'm talking about classes. Should classes be free? Like, there should be government-funded language resource classes. Do you think language resources should be free? Oh, you got a haircut. Look at you. Do you think that language resources should be free?
What do you mean by language resources?
That's what someone else asked in the What's Called as well. Like, for example, we live in Finland, right?
Yeah.
Finland has the highest tax in the world.
Okay.
And let's say, for example, like countries like, let's take South Korea as a good example, okay? So South Korea has a declining population, right?
Yeah.
We all know that. It has one of the lowest population growths in the world. So oh my God, the back of my head looks so bad. I'm not turning my head again.
I'll stay here.
Okay, good. Sit down for a second. Say hi to everyone. Okay, so, South Korea, as I said, has one of the lowest population growths in the world. And they obviously want people to come to the country and to help their population growth, right?
Yeah.
And they want to encourage people to move to the country. Do you think that, for example, language resources like learning Korean should be free?
I mean, I think that's a good point, and I think it's yes, because it's beneficial for them, because it'd be easier for people to migrate to Korea, especially if they're having an issue.
Yeah.
So if you want foreigners to move in,
Yeah.
like they need to understand your language,
Yeah.
so why not provide some assistance in that sense? So
Yeah.
I think yes. Why people think they shouldn't?
No, that was just the point I thought about earlier.
Oh, okay. No, I think they should. Yeah, I know. If every country can do that, I think that'd be great.
I think America would be one country that could benefit from doing that as well.
Yeah, true. I agree.
Because then they might have less people speaking Spanish, for example. And because how are they supposed to learn it if there's no resources for them to learn English?
I told you, like in Dublin, a lot of Brazilians in there who couldn't speak a word of English, and they were living in an English-speaking country for a long time, and they still couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
They just get by with like not even the basic. Like, so I agree. It'd be nice if they could teach like at least the native language of the country. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you have a job there, that you should be given free language resources. For example, for you, like you were picked to come to this country, yet you haven't been given language resources. Like you don't speak Finnish. You don't speak any Finnish. And you've been here for 6 months. Do you think it should be a requirement that since like, you know, you were like chosen to be here, that you should be given the resources for free to learn the language to help you integrate into the society better? Because there's a higher chance of you actually staying in this country if you are integrated into the country better.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that should be something the government should provide. Because I got free lessons, right? If I want to, from work. But
true, but
it's
not really available to you because they clash with your work schedule. There's too many people that want the service in your company itself, so it's hard.
That's a big problem. Like, if you take a class from the government, like, you have to work around the schedule.
But if there was more, but there's not a. Yeah, I'm just wondering, what do you mean? Yeah, why are you talking about his haircut? What are you talking about? What are you talking about in relation to? Like, expand. That's what I'm asking for. I thought they could care less about, who couldn't care less about learning languages? We weren't talking about the cost of his hair. Who was talking about the cost of his hair? I wasn't talking about the cost of his hair. We were talking about language resources. Was about how expensive it is for Americans to get. We don't live in America. We live in Finland. What are you talking about? But anyway. So, anyway, I got one last hot take. And my last hot take is, does anyone here have a pet dog or cat that they walk? Does anyone else here have a pet dog or a pet cat that they walk? And does anyone else here live in a city? Do you have a dog that you walk and you live in a city? Or a big town? It has nothing to do with picking up poo. You live rural, that's okay. But my hot take is, if you live in a big city or town and you have a dog and you don't have dog shoes for your dog when you go outside for walks, you're a bad dog owner. Do you agree or disagree? If you live in a big city or town and you have a dog and you don't have dog shoes on him when he goes outside for a walk, you're a bad dog owner. It's not to do with heat. It's not to do with heat. I do go outside. I do touch grass. This is why I'm talking about it. It's got nothing to do with the snow. It's got nothing to do with the heat. it has everything to do with glass on the floor. Because even a small shard of glass, it gets stuck in your dog's paw, and that's going to be a serious vet bill to try and get it out. And having cut pads is so horrible. It's so bad. And you always see broken glass all over all over the streets in cities, and it just takes one shard of glass to get stuck inside the little, like, you know, edges of the dog, and you see them like limping a little bit, and you're like dragging them along being like, come on. And then by the time you get home, they have glass stuck deep in their paw. And this could all be so easily avoided by just buying a pair of $20, €20 pads on Amazon to fix it. Some owners can't put them on right. What? What? What do you mean can't put them on right? Oh my God, stop making stupid excuses. It's very easy to put them on. They open like kids' sandals, and you close them again with the Velcro. That's how easy it can be. Your dogs hate the pads. Your dogs will hate it more if they get glass stuck in their feet. Like, I'm sorry, but if you do live in a big city and you're out walking your dog all the time, you're a bad owner. You're a bad owner. You're negligent. You should walk around with no shoes on. Yeah, your dog can adjust. And you can adjust too. Those you're peer reviewed. I don't believe in self-diagnosis. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's fair at all. Anyone got any more hot takes for us? Anybody? It's not a present when it's like 4 a week and you have to chase them around your room. And shrews, they're like skunks, so they have those glands that release that horrible smell, and you literally have like the tiniest amount of time to get them out before the whole inside of your house just smells like a dead animal. But still have a cat and let her walk around with me. Why is it weird? You're just bringing your cat outside. But you should have shoes on them. Oh, we already talked about the US. Give us something new. Sand shrews. No, just normal shrews. There should be restrictions on naming your child. Some countries do have restrictions. We actually talked about that earlier too. We talked about how in Iceland there's restrictions on naming your child. What's Ireland like? Cold, rainy, expensive. Cold, rainy, and expensive. So honestly, unless you have like a shit ton of money and you can drive, don't bother coming to Ireland, because Dublin is like such an overrated and boring city with like nothing to do. That's not super crazy expensive. And I just don't feel like there's any real culture, Irish culture in Dublin. Like the places to experience Irish culture are like in the west of Ireland and like the Midlands of Ireland and the south of Ireland, not Dublin at all. So honestly, unless you can drive, unless you have shit tons of money, then honestly, don't bother going to Ireland. It's way too expensive. Yeah, Cork's a lovely county. Cork's lovely. Kerry's lovely. Clare's lovely. Galway's lovely. Mayo's lovely. Sligo's lovely. Donegal's lovely. I just wouldn't waste your time on Dublin, like. Sorry for anyone that's from Dublin, but let's be honest, come on. But that's just my opinion. why would you just go have all these things? Wait, what? Twitch streamers who are looking for a mod should pay for them to mod chat. It's a job for the streamer, so the mod should also be paid for when they are there. My own opinion. Okay, that's fair. My opinion is that if I did make enough money, I would pay my mods. And the people that are my mods, and if I did make enough money, I would start paying them. But then there's people like Captain that say, I don't need pay. But if I did make enough money, I would. And some of the top creators do. And if I was in that position, of course I would. Of course I would. But there's also the whole thing of it's not fair sometimes, because not everyone is putting in as much effort as other people as moderators. Some people are here and they're super fast in the chat. They're super good with banning people. They're super diligent. And then there's other people that could be just in and out and in and out and in and out because they're working their job or they're doing things. And it's hard to say, like, let's say, for example, if you pay them in the position, if you could, €100 a day. Let's say, like, you're in that position where you can pay 5 of your mods €100 a day. That means a week, if you stream 7 days, 5 days a week, they're making 500 a week for being in your chat. But do you think it's fair if, like, let's say, for example, the mod A is in the chat for the full 5 hours, diligently watching the stream and doing as much as they possibly can, and then there's mod B who's not doing anything, and mod A is doing all of the work? What do you think then? Do you think that mod B still deserves the 500 a week, the same as mod A? And there's no way of people to know if mod B is doing the same amount of work as mod A. Yeah, but there's no way of knowing that B is doing less work than A. Your university's on strike? It's wild. There's no way to know. So it is hard. And also, it would be extremely difficult for me to pay people what I think they would deserve, which would hopefully be that much money. No idea. But your university's on strike? For what? The basic crew get paid, and the ones who do more work get paid for it. But like you said, no way to know. That's the issue I did not think of. The basic crew get paid, and the ones who do more work get paid for it. Why would people who do more work get paid more? And how would you know? Streamers as an employee should be able to see how much every mod does for every stream. That's not true. That's not true at all. Like, you could have people like XQC, for example, who has 50,000 people watching him. 50,000 people watching him. Or Hassan has 20,000 people watching him. And he probably has a team of, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 mods. Probably the most amount of mods you can have, he probably has. And how is he supposed to know which mods are doing the most amount of work and which mods aren't doing the most amount of work? Like, those are the people that should be paying their moderators. Because, and also, there's also the whole thing about experience. Experience and moderation is a big thing as well. Every band, $20. Gotta wonder how many a guy like has. Why? How many viewers does Jinxie have? I don't know who that is. I don't watch Spanish creators. It's very hard. It's very hard to judge creators on. Usually has like 100,000. That's crazy. But also, you got to take into account how much he makes, because where is he from? Where is Jinxie from? Is he from Mexico or Colombia or this? He's from the US. But he's Spanish speaking. Does he live in the US? No. Where does he live? Where does he stream from? Yeah, but okay, for example, let's take the biggest content creators from like Mexico. Mexico, they make not even a third of the amount that English streamers and American streamers make, because the amount that the amount that subscription costs on Twitch is equivalent to the purchasing power of money in that country. So for example, it's $3.99 or $4.99 for a sub in Ireland and the UK, and in Australia it's $7.99 for a sub in Australian dollars. Then you turn around to South Africa, and it's, what is it in South Africa? But I know, for example, that when you turn the South African sub into how much the purchasing power of the rand is in euro, it's only €2. So if I get 200 subs from someone from America, and I get 200 subs from someone in South Africa, the subs are half the amount of what they're worth. So if you see someone with 100,000 subscribers with American subscribers versus Mexican subscribers, they're making crazy difference in money. So you got to take that into consideration as well. There's a lot of things you have to consider when it comes, because every streamer is individual and they have different things going on in their lives. And if I could pay my moderators, 100% I would. But it's hard to just paint everyone with the same brush, because we don't know what people's situations are, and it's hard to judge people for that. And there's also this one part that people also, when they get big enough, and this isn't me being arrogant, this came out of Ludwig's mouth. You can always find someone who will do it for free. That wasn't me saying it, that was Ludwig. Ludwig said that. You will always find someone who will do it for free. Moderate your page. It's sad. It's icky as well, because it feels like you're what's the word? You're taking advantage of people, but he's not wrong. Do big streamers pay mods was this, and it feels like it sums up pretty well. Traditionally, Twitch mods have been unpaid volunteers, motivated solely by their passion for the community and their desire to support their favorite streamers. These unsung heroes spend countless hours moderating chats, enforcing rules, and protecting streamers from trolls and spammers. Yeah, what Ludwig said is exploitation, I think. Like, I moderate one of my friend's streams when he streams, because I'd be there anyway. So, like, if I see anything going down in the chat, I will ban them. But I wouldn't ever want to be paid by them, for example, for moderating their stream, because, as Captain said, they're my friend, and at the end of the day, I only do it because I can, and I like to help out for them when I can, because I'm there anyway. But that's just my opinion. But I do think that moderators are the unsung heroes of streaming, 1000%. And they don't get half the recognition that they deserve. Because we can all name Hassan. That's true, Lauren. That's true. That's true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that, by the way. I just needed a mod one day, and I was like, please help me. Please help me. But, as I was saying, we all know who Hassan is, but we don't know who Hassan's moderators are, when they're, like, the ones that are keeping his chat together and making sure that everything goes smoothly. And we all know who Ludwig is, but we don't know who Ludwig's moderators are. So there's always that thought. Chapstick. You don't like my lip? That's okay. Chew bubblegum and have a good time. I used to manage a Minecraft server for a couple of friends for nothing. I enjoyed catching those. The server would have 1,000 on it and it at any given time. But that's really cool, because you know you can put that on your CV. Like if you're ever looking for a job in that, you don't know who Ludwig or Hassan is. Wow, they're like two of the biggest creators in the world. But well, streamer creators in the world. But like, you know, you can put that down on your CV, Corey, for like, you know, moderation and looking after for community management and stuff like that, because that's a big deal. Ban evidence videos of Minecraft players hacking. Why? What's wrong with hacking? Is it bad? I don't know anything about Minecraft. I don't know a thing. Jesus. I'm actually so tired today, guys. Nothing has helped me. Nothing has helped me. My eyes are so heavy. We aren't playing Elden Ring yet, and I'm not going to today. Unfortunately, there's going to be no Elden Ring today, but we are going to play it tomorrow. Ugh, I'm so tired. I'm absolutely wrecked. Oh. What's up? Just found the channel today. Is your cosplay original or something? I don't cosplay. I currently am supervisor of an earth moving company with 5,000. Jesus. New here, stopping by to say enjoy your YouTube content. Keep up the good work. Can't stay as I work now. I'm actually going to head to, because I'm crashing so hard right now. I'm so tired. I'm crashing, so I'm going to call it a day, and tomorrow we are going to play Elden Ring. I don't care, we're playing Elden Ring tomorrow. I hopefully have a trick up my sleeve for you guys tomorrow, and thank you to everyone who came to the stream today. I really appreciate it. I'm just absolutely wrecked. I need to go to bed early tonight because I'm absolutely hanging. But shout out to Frost, Bob, Undead, Brian, Alucard, Richard, Juice, and Crazy for the gifted subs. I really appreciate it, guys. You are absolute legends. And maybe I'll do like a mini subathon tomorrow for funsies, so that we might be able to make it to the sub goal. Would you like that? Like a mini subathon tomorrow? Like when we get to certain things, I have to do certain things. Could be fun. Just for funs. That'll be fun. Okay, I'll write it down so I don't forget. Oh, I have so many things written down that I have to not forget that I forgot to do, but I'm so tired. So thank you guys for an amazing day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hello. I hate it. I hate it. Action. Wait, who in the chat's being rude? What am I missing? Wait, who said that? Who was the person? Shout them out. Who said it? Who said that in the chat? You can call out people who say that shit. That's ridiculous. Who said that in the chat?